Today I am going to prepare to brine a 20-pound turkey. And then after we're done brining it for about 24 hours, we will be smoking it on our Traeger Texas grill. Mac Daddy. So what we got here is some thyme, sage, rosemary, some dark brown sugar, garlic cloves, some ginger, some kosher salt, the peyote, apple juice, and 5 oranges that we will quarter up, boil up, and brine in a 5-gallon bucket. Now, I'm going to start off by boiling some apple juice. You can also use apple cider. 1 cup of kosher salt. And 1 cup of dark brown sugar. Get that nice and hot, get it to dissolve, and then we'll start throwing in our other ingredients into our brine. Hey guys, so now we got our monster 20-pound turkey. It's important that we pull all the insides out. This particular one had a knife in the bag. You don't know what this is, but I'm sure I'll read it. Going through the neck, make sure you pull out any of the gizzards, the heart, any of the neck if it's in there. Usually they'll come up in a nice little bag like this, or they don't actually just shove it down in the cavity. So after we've done that, you want to rinse your turkey off. Get as much as the excess blood off of it. It's just not necessary. It won't hurt anything, but it's just not necessary. Rinse it down, make sure it's nice and pretty, and then prepare it, of course, for the brine. Oh, what a beaut! Smells foul. Ha! Okay, let's take a look here. So we have here is our oranges. We quartered these bad boys up. We got some ginger all cut up. Our garlic. This is all going to go into the brine. After you take all of the peelings off of your garlic, just want to break them up so that all of that stuff, all the insides of the garlic, the juices, the flavor, all that savory goes right into that brine. Ooh, if you were here, you'd smell it. Oh, wish we had some smell-o-vision now, huh? Oh yeah, that's good stuff. All of this stuff didn't necessarily need to marinate in that brine or boil with the brine that we had on the pot or on the stove. But essentially, I was just trying to dissolve that sugar, and the salt that we had in that mix, or along with the apple juice. We're going to take our rosemary, sage, and thyme, and we're going to shove it up the cavity in the turkey. And so now we have these things open, and it's important that we don't want to put too much in there. We don't want to overpower the scent, the texture, the taste, the scent, everything else. We don't want to just overdo it. So we're just going to put a little bit of that into the bird just before we drop it into our bucket. All right, so this is what we're going to be using to brine that turkey. In here, I have my 1 cup of salt, 1 cup of brown sugar, and 1 gallon of apple juice. This is going to be our base for that turkey. So first, what I'm going to do is let's get this stuff all put together in here.
Anyway, so there we go. So we have our spices mixed into the cavity of our turkey. Take our turkey. That is beautiful. Probably fold our wings back. Get our wings back. There we go. Slow. There we go. Just get those guys nice and in place. So when we actually put this on the smoker, those wings don't tend to burn, and they're pretty thin. There we go, the wing came off open, but that's okay. This is just the brining process for now. So we got our turkey in there. We're gonna go ahead and throw our oranges all around it. You can squeeze them. You don't have to squeeze them. Whatever floats your boat. I don't need to, but whatever. Essentially, it's all going to get mixed in there with that boiling brine that we have on the stove. And our garlic, our ginger, and our brine, the hot stuff. All right, so just based on the volume, because this is a 20-pound turkey in a 5-gallon bucket, we're gonna need a little bit more apple juice, excuse me. So I'm gonna go ahead and boil 1 more gallon of the apple juice. Dump it in there, fill up the rest to water just so that it's just above the turkey, and then actually I'll probably just fill up the rest of it with ice, put the lid on there and just let it sit overnight. Monitor the ice, make sure that the turkey stays cold. We don't want to start growing bacteria, so we want to just keep it nice and cold, but essentially that's it as far as the brine goes. Hope you're enjoying it, and I'll catch up with you guys soon. Thanks.
Hey there folks, here we are now about 20 hours later after we finished the brine. I want to give you guys a little shot of what took place here. Oh my gosh, if only you guys could smell that. Whew. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull the turkey out of my bucket here, and I'm going to give it a nice little pat down. I don't want to rinse it off, but I am going to pat it down, dry it off a little bit just with paper towel, and then I'm going to stuff it pretty well with some salt and butter all underneath the skin. I'll show you that process along the way once I get there. But for now, I'm going to pull this turkey out of the bucket and get rocking and rolling. We've got about 12 hours of cooking to do today. Alright guys, so I got my turkey out of my big bucket from Brining. I'm going to rub it down here with some Kosher Salt and some butter. What's important is that we lift up the skin here. We want to get that salt and butter. As we separate the skin, separate all of that, get that all up into the breast cavities here, all around here, excuse me, underneath the skin, and then some butter as well. We're just going to shove a few different blocks all under there. Then of course, as it's cooking, we will baste it with some with the bone broth, and then some melted butter on top throughout the day. But look at that bad boy. That's a 20-pound turkey. I will probably cut off some of the excess skin here and down below, make it look a little bit more presentable. But there we go. Alright guys, here we are, man. Turkey's all covered in butter. Got some salt on there. Cut off some of that excess fat. Get ready to go into the Traeger. That's the big guy, Big Mac Daddy. I'm using some apple
applewood pellets. These are incredible. We're gonna put this bad boy into the smoker. Let it sit for about, I'd say 3 hours, and then crank it on up to about 350 degrees, 375 degrees, and let it finish it off. But we should be eating tonight like kings. It's gonna be amazing. So I will be sure to post the videos later on as well, and you can see that smoking. It's beautiful. God bless us. Take care, guys. Here we are about 2.5 hours into smoking this bad boy. I'm gonna crank up the heat just a little bit. We've been maintaining about 120 to 130 degrees in the smoker. Boy, is that billowing down. Push it clear out as soon as the fan kicks on. There it goes. Yeah. Look at that. Ooh, that's a beautiful thing. Alright, now that I've had this open for a while, my temperature dropped, of course. I'm going to go ahead and crank this thing up to 275. 275 for now. Cooking with some applewood. We'll see how it goes. Hey there, folks, I'm back. Just wanted to give you another quick update, see how things are going here. I've been consistently keeping it at about a 200 to 225, keeping my smoker going. I'm going on about 6.5 hours of smoking now. Oh, look at that bad boy. Woo-wee. So here's the beautiful thing about cooking really slow on really low heat, is that I don't even have juices in my pan to baste this thing at, or with. And the reason I don't have any juices is because all the juices are still inside the turkey. So this guy's gonna be so moist that it's not gonna be like something I've ever had before. And so I'm currently sitting at 130 degrees. Been going at it for about 6.5 hours now. A few more hours, and this thing's gonna be ready to go. We're gonna have about, I don't know, a small little army to feed here today. And this is gonna be beautiful. Looking forward to that. Just enjoying the outdoors, doing some homework, enjoying a nice little fire. Gotta love it. Got to love it. Praise God. Love you guys. All right, guys. Here I am, about 8 hours into my my turkey. I just turned my bird around. It still hasn't quite popped. Let's see what we got here as far as our temp goes. $144, $145. We are almost done. This guy's gonna pop out any second, pretty soon. Anyways, we're gonna keep it on for a little longer. But what's really neat is that you see that there is no juice down at the bottom of that pan. All that juice is still inside the turkey, which is incredible. I don't even have any liquids to baste it with. So after we cut this bad boy open, I'll be sure to post some more. Oh, hi! Welcome back! So here we are, 9.5 hours later, I think, maybe 10.5 hours later. We got the masterpiece. 20 pounds of turkey. Incredible, incredible turkey. This is so moist, you should have seen we had about a half a cup of drippings in the actual pan, which means all of that dripping stayed in the turkey. So this is incredibly moist. I could probably just wring it out right now, but I won't. But I mean, as you can see, the skin, the golden brown all the way around, it came out so beautiful. And one of the things I didn't show in the videos earlier, what I had done was I lathered up the entire turkey with some extra virgin olive oil, as well as a stick of butter, melted it all down, and it caramelized over this entire turkey, and it came out so beautiful. It's so moist, and I can't wait to dig into it. Just before we finish up this video, I'll be sure to post an overall feast of all of the food. But I hope you guys are enjoying the video so far, and I look forward to your comments. Thanks a lot. All right, guys. So we pan on over here. This is the beautiful, amazing turkey. So far, so good. Everyone who has tasted and sampled the treasure has loved it. They all love the booty, the treasure booty, that is. Anyways, it's a pirate term. Any of you guys are pirates? Turkey pirate. So this came out incredibly moist, so juicy, so tender, and supple as a great word for it. Gosh, I wish you guys can all taste this. I wish you can all smell it. It is truly incredible. And thank you guys. Thank you very much for watching my video. If you like it, I hope you like it. Subscribe, like, share, make comments, even if they're bad. I don't care. I like them all. Anyways, have a wonderful day. God bless. Take care.